Okay, so this is the start of a new series of trying to be JoJo from Jojos Bizarre Adventure with like a summoner class. So basically, I can have a stand and everything. I mean, look at the guy's armor. He literally has a stand on him. The first step to this was to make myself JoJo, so I can be a part of the JoJo family in this adventure. And to be honest, I feel like my creation of JoJo as a Terraria character seems pretty accurate. I want you guys to rate it in the comments as well. Tell me how good I did on it. I made the world corrupt and on X mode, also large. I mean, hopefully it won't take too long, but it's still gonna be fun. I would like to add, I've never actually beaten Terraria before. The closest I've gotten, or my current attempt, I just defeated Plantera, and I'm about to fight the jungle temple guy. I'm also using mage in this one, so this is my first one as a summoner and by myself. What I decided to do first was go around and collect some wood. Then I entered a cave, and that's where I got my first weapon, a wand of sparking, or my first good weapon. I went in and explored the cave some more, and that's where I found my first life crystal, so now I can finally go and get some more health, The rest of this adventure wasn't too bizarre. I mean, the cave didn't get much good stuff except one more life crystal at the end, and couldn't find any more chests. By the time I came back though, I figured out it was basically nighttime, so I felt pretty cooked. My first thought was I need to get started on building my house, so I started clearing out the floor under me and just start building the house. I died a lot during this time, a bunch of places, and I lost a lot of money. For the design of the house, I had a pretty good design going for me in the start, or at least a good idea, though I didn't feel like I committed very well to that design and idea, but it's fine. I mean, a house is a house. I also started building a elevator that goes up, hoping I can maybe find a sky island or something, and eventually I found an umbrella in a cave, so I was able to fly my way to a sky island, and that helped. I also started my elevator, and I didn't get too deep underground in the beginning, but it's fine. I felt like I didn't have the best luck when I first started the world, but eventually I started getting some pretty good stuff in a bunch of different places, and I really started exploring. I then made my way to the wretched jungle biome, and here I gained almost nothing, but lost tons and tons of gold. I was basically bankrupt by the end of this. I also feel pretty fortunate about the amount of NPCs that are coming to my world. I have a bunch of good ones. The nurse arrived, the furry, the guy with the French guy, and the miner, Pretty lucky overall, and eventually I got even luckier. I then started working on the hellhole, exploding the floor, and eventually I ran out of dynamite. After I ran out of dynamite, I just started breaking it with my pickaxe, and then exploring the cave just a little bit more. Eventually for me, I found a railroad track, which hopefully is going to be really helpful in the later. Found a bunch of iron ore and sapphires and just a bunch of lead and stuff like that. It's going to be helpful for later because a traveling merchant is going to appear soon. And with that traveling merchant, he sells two really good stuff that's going to be helpful for the cell phone. As you can see, Aiden, the traveling merchant, had appeared, and he sold me some pretty good stuff. I mean, a bunch of it I probably won't buy, but the stopwatch was pretty good, and that's going to be helpful for the cell phone, which I will be trying to make later on. And he also tried selling me the DPS meter, which is going to be really helpful for the cell phone. I then proceeded to work from dawn to dusk, trying to muster up every single item in my chest that I can sell for a good bit of money, until I got 10 gold, which I bought the DPS meter and the stopwatch from the traveling merchant. Then very soon, the second I went back down to work on hell, traveling merchant departed.